Okay, so this is why you've got to test your audio. This is why I need an AI to work with me to test my audio before I go live and it doesn't actually work. Everybody. All right, so let's talk about this. What type of jobs will AI change? Let me try to summarize what I was talking about without my microphone for the last 10 minutes. And that is that I think we're seeing a transition like we've never seen before. And that is that we are seeing the types of jobs that are going to be replaced by AI or affected by AI. Let's use that word instead. Those types of jobs are not the types of jobs that have been affected in the past by automation and computers. In the past, we have, for the most part, seen technological advancements in things like agriculture, farming, those kind of things. They affect blue collar workers. They replace these folks that are making minimum wage or making very limited amounts of wages, and we automate those processes to in whatever industry that might be in. That could be warehouse automation, it could be automation in agriculture, it could be automation in whatever it might be. This is very different because white collar jobs are the ones that are going to be affected by AI. We're replacing knowledge workers with AI, or as I've said, this isn't about replacing, it's about thinking about how you can augment these fields. So what are the fields that are going to be affected? Well, legal for sure. I mean, ChatGPT has passed the bar. It's getting ready to start arguing cases. So legal secretaries, building a legal case, litigating, looking at the law, figuring these things out, those are going to be they're going to be things that you have to augment right now. I think analyst work, financial analyst, data analyst, we do a lot of that type of work here at the Process Fixer. We're working on already trying to figure out how to get an AI in here to do this for us, because we spend a lot of time analyzing data and compiling it and doing all sorts of things. And that process of going back and forth with our people can be days. I can now do it in seconds with an AI. I think things like content creation, journalism, writing, those are all going to be affected. AI can write. Most journalism is not unique. One person breaks the story, and listen, look at the internet right now, and 500,000 people give their different perspectives on it. AI is able to hold multiple perspectives. We could ask it to write an article about Biden's speech last night from a feminist perspective, from a liberal perspective, from conservative, from a libertarian, from a European, from an old person, from a young person. Journalism is going to be dead. Breaking the stories is going to be something that we're going to need to do. But then one journalist could literally write the initial story and put out 500,000 different versions of it for 500,000 different streams. Somebody's going to do this really quick. Somebody's going to become the top journalist in the world, and they're going to write from every single perspective because they're going to use AI. Let me tell you, if you're in marketing, you need to be worried right now because AI can do things that you can't. I use vidIQ already for my videos. vidIQ told me what to title this to get the most views. Tells me exactly what day and time to post content to get the most likes and shares and those kind of things. Marketing is going to be affected. Customer service, for damn sure, is going to be heavily affected. AI has already been integrated into customer service for many years now. Most of us didn't even know it, but help desk software already has AI. We deployed Zendesk maybe 5 years ago with a client here in the Valley. 80% of their tickets are being resolved by the AI. That was before the introduction of ChatGPT and all of these different new generative AIs that are coming out there. Again, I think anything with analyst work, any sort of like social media manager, HR manager, anything with there's requirements, a very specific set of requirements, it can do some of that work. What that allows HR managers to do, though, is to work more on their empathetic skills, their ability to understand people, respond to individual needs, all those kind of things. So I think you can make a case that AI will augment these industries, but won't replace some of them. I think medical receptionist work or any type of receptionist work is going to probably be heavily affected. I think that even goes down to a waitress or waiters at restaurants. Just having an AI there on the table, or having you scan something and then just talk to it like a real person, it works, right? You can do that. Web development. This has already been, there's a couple of AIs out there that are like way better at web development than we are already. Librarians, which is all about indexing information and understanding complex information and sourcing information. That's going to happen and be affected heavily. Translation. I mean, go into an AI right now and tell them, hey, convert this all to Spanish, and it just does all that. I think interior design, architecture, some engineering. I know these are hard to hear. Music, let's just be honest. There will be in 2023, I'll make this prediction right now. Somebody will chart a song in 2023 that is completely and totally AI generated. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think we can take human creativity and originality and we can apply it to smart generative AIs and we can create incredible levels of complex music that we could never do in a studio setting. It's already, because of the introduction of YouTube, we already are much quicker at finding music because of things like Spotify and independents being able to publish stuff out. But now somebody who doesn't even understand music, that just comes up with a hook or has an idea for a song, can go out and actually write, produce, and publish music live within minutes to the internet. So we're going to be heavily affected by that. Last one let's talk about is like teachers. I know there's a lot of resistance from teachers right now. I know there's a lot of resistance from professors, but the reality is it's going to be an industry that is going to be heavily, heavily influenced by individual learning. If you've read Todd Rose's book, The End of Average, you know that, I can't create content for the average student. Why? Well, because if you're a 1 and somebody else is a 10, that means the average is 5. the two examples in the average couldn't be farther away from each other and farther away from the average point. So we've got to get into individual learning, and this is what AI is going to do. Imagine when your kid is 2 or 3 years old and you can introduce an AI into their life that learns with them and can understand where they're at and can customize things and can tell them stories and can accelerate their learning or slow it down based upon their responses to the stimuli. This is going to be radical change. I mean, you're going to talk about where our minds are going to almost meld into AI. Listen, it's already happened from just like a search perspective, and just all the information that is known to mankind right now is pretty much right here at my fingertips. Imagine if I was communicating in real time with that AI. It was listening to everything I was saying. It was making book suggestions. It was telling me what I should look into next. It was telling me what my strengths and my weaknesses are. It was accentuating my strengths, and it was educating me and helping me develop more in my weaknesses. This is an incredible time to be alive. And I've got to tell you, in 6 weeks, 7 weeks now, we've seen the entire marketplace being upended by AI. And it's about ready to get a lot crazier. I do not believe we will recognize the world we live in 6 or 8 months. Like I said, I think you're going to see universities that are going to start, using AI as a way, or educators using AI as a way to do individual, impartial individual learning. You're going to get away from the standardization of learning. I think you're going to see music. It's going to chart this year. I think you're going to see, it wouldn't surprise me if in the next, 36 months, you have an AI composition win a Grammy and created by somebody who knows nothing about music. So we'll be able to take our creativity in so many different directions. Everybody can be an artist right now. Everybody can be a graphic designer. Everybody can write code. The world has radically changed. Even the specialties that we have and the skill set specialties are no longer relevant. But what is relevant is this prompt engineering, knowing how to communicate with AIs, knowing how to incorporate them into your life, making them part of your workflow. The people that do this, they're going to be way ahead. I mean, I can't imagine right now, if I was hiring a graphic designer or a web developer, my first question for them would be, how much of your process is AI? Because are they actually doing the work, which means it's going to take them way more time than anybody else? Or are they augmenting themselves with an AI in order to produce dramatically faster results? And they essentially become the prompt engineers here. Their whole entire focus is just engineering the prompts to deliver to the customer the message that they want. Keep an eye on this. Keep looking into it. Again, I always pitch him, but follow AI Daddy over on TikTok. He's got some great content. He's also on YouTube. I'll throw him here in the comments here in a minute. All right. Till next time.